Cincinnati Kings Hammer. Playing for Cincinnati Kings Hammer, number 11, Brandon Allen. Number 4, Melker Anshel. Number 8, Daniel Barlow. Number 20, Roberto Burlew. Number 20, Roberto Burlew. Number 10, Luca Earhart. Number 18, Marcello Jones. Number 5, Carson Kendall. Number 23, Alexander Prokoviak. Number 17, Rodrigo Robles. Number 1, Scott Williams. And number 8, Daniel Esderi. Now, put your voices together for your Oakland County Football Club. Oakland County FC's head coach is Vinny Vasilevsky, assisted by Borcha Kostetsky, Igor Blajewski, and Trevor Foster. In tonight's squad, for Oakland County FC, number 1, Max Loria. Number 16, Rocco Galati. Number 24, Micah Sonnenberg. Number 7, Gabriel Balon. Number 17, Mario Marana. Number 5, Dimitri Riakos. Number 6, Daniel Ayak. Now for your Oakland County FC starting 11. In that number 0, Eric Cotton. Number 15, DJ Hooks. Number 4, Chase Insco. Number 18, Jalen Shannon. Number 3, Nico Papakirakopoulos. Number 8, Bobby Harris. Number 19, Kevin Buka. Number 10, Louis Sala. And number 20, Tony Rizzo. Number 9, Nabosha Popovich. And up top, number 11, Mike Mallory. At this time, we ask that you stand and kindly remove your hats as we honor America with the national anthem of the United States of America. Tonight's color guard, presenting the colors, is Cub Scout Pack 1095.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into Clawson Stadium. I am Mitch Gatsky, and this is Oakland County Football Club Soccer. Tonight we have the visiting Kings Hammer FC from Cincinnati. It's another USL League Two matchup. It's hot here, and the action on the field is sure to be hot as well. We're just moments away from kick. I'm going to get you some pregame information a little bit after the ball gets rolling here tonight, as far as lineups, changes from last time. But here we are ready to go. There's the opening kick. Cincinnati Kings Hammer will start with it. A deep ball down their left side. DJ Hooks, new man in on defense here for County tonight, heads it out of play. Quick throw in, a little jumbled up in the corner there, cleared by County. It'll be another throw. Mentioned Hooks on the right side of defense there. He's joined by his defense partners Jalen Shannon, Chase Insko, and Nicholas Papakirikopoulos on the left side, the near side here at Clawson Stadium. Kings Hammer possessing the ball. A little bit of pressure there from Kevin Buka up top. He's wearing the captain's armband for County this evening. A rare game where we got County in the whites here at home. Here's Buka getting onto a long ball there, looking for a cross. He finds Popovich. It's bounced up for Melarani, who can't get on it, and it's cleared away by Kings Hammer. So we gave you the back line there. Looking at the midfield, mentioned Buka. We've also got Bobby Harris, new man Luis Sala into the lineup. Fans of OCFC from past seasons will remember him. He's back in his first game of the 2020 season. Tony Rizzo also in the midfield. And Nebojša Popović playing a little bit of a midfield hybrid role. He'll get forward as well to join Mike Melarani in attack for County this evening. A little bit of a miscommunication on the pass there, and it rolls out. Kings Hammer will take over possession. Two teams just feeling each other out so far in the early going. Settled down in the midfield, and here's Shannon, who played an excellent game last time out for County, really anchoring that back line, helping the men in purple to a clean sheet in their opening match against Fort Wayne FC. That a 3-0 victory just a couple of weeks ago on Mother's Day here at Clawson Stadium. County keeping possession. Melarani's getting tugged, and he's going to be brought down. It's going to be a foul called and an early card on Kings Hammer. Like the defender, the captain, Carson Kendall, gets the card there. The rest of the Kings Hammer defense, Melker Anselm, Daniel Barlow as well in the back there. Excuse me, Braden Allen and Roberto Burlu on that back four. Daniel Barlow, Daniel Aerti in the midfield along with Rodrigo Robles, Marcelo Jones, and Alexander Krakowiak. Their forward, Luca Earhart. County with the free kick. Low driven. It's bounced around. It's free. Nobody can get onto it. Get a decisive touch. It's cleared up into the air. Still in trouble here, Kings Hammer. And DJ Hooks back to retrieve. He kicks it back to Eric Cotton. Cotton back in net for the second game for County. Buka now, just offside. Saw a couple of those calls in the first game for County. Those forwards are going to try to use their speed, whether it's Buka, Melarani, Popovich. We saw Mario Marana come in toward the latter stages of that game on Mother's Day, and he really used his speed to get in deep. Scott Williams back there in the neon highlighter color. He's got to just boot it forward as he's under a little bit of pressure. County using that press that worked so well for them in their first game. Really able to dominate possession just because of the intensity of that press from the forwards, from the midfield, making it that much easier for the defenders to keep that clean sheet. Cotton as well. Tested a couple of times, made a couple of nice saves, but really for the most part, pretty controlled game. And we talked to Coach Vinny Vasilevsky after that one. He was really excited with the way that his team performed, particularly on the defensive end. He said it all really starts at the back. It's hard to lose when you keep a clean sheet. And that's really the foundation that he'll be looking to build from this season for County. Vasilevsky in his first season, as the County boss. Took over in 2020, but of course unable to really coach any games on the field. Kings Hammer is going to be offside here. That was Earhart looking to get in deep, but Shannon was onto it, playing the offside trap perfectly with Insko, his center back mate. Cotton's going to have another free kick. And we saw in that first game, Cotton's got quite a right foot that he can blast these free kicks with. So you're going to see County really get forward, try to get this ball in the air, if not the second ball, and capitalize on the Kings Hammer defense right now, looking right into the sun as we play here at Clausen Stadium on a beautiful Saturday evening. A little bit hot for my liking, but there's a nice breeze coming through the press box, so we're okay. County looked to break forward. Kings Hammer, excuse me. It's Robles. A pass out on that far side. I believe that was 18 Marcello Jones looking for a cross that just skittered out behind for a goal kick. We've got the scoreboard working this evening so I can give you time updates. A little bit of technical difficulties on our first game, but I have a much better idea of where the time stands in this one. Not that it was an issue a couple of weeks ago, but always like to know and be able to provide that information. County playing a little bit of possession here in the midfield. That's a tough challenge. A lot of contact there on Luis Sala. Able to shield the ball well enough and get a foul called and take that pressure off. Cotton lifts it for Hooks. Tries to flick on, but it's intercepted. Hooks collects it back. That's off a Kings Hammer defender and right back into the danger zone. Great interception there by Jalen Shannon. Coming up to snatch that ball away. Looking to get the attack going here. A lot of trouble. Melarani's in if he can get a touch. Oh, nice save. Lots going on there for Kings Hammer at the back end, and they avoid disaster. Scott Williams makes a great play on recovery. Melarani just unable to get that touch up over the keeper. He had an open net. The keeper, Williams, was playing way out and got caught out. That back pass wrong-footed him, and they were in some serious trouble as the corner comes screeching across. Finds no one, and it'll be a goal kick.
Special thank you to Cave House. Cave House is a family-owned business. Their primary goal is to provide the best coffee and baked goods in the area while making you feel at home.
So we mentioned a couple of new faces in the county starting lineup today. DJ Hooks, well, new to the starting 11, that is. Hooks appeared in the last game as a sub, but he gets the start today. Luis Sala we mentioned a couple of times. Rocco Galati and Gabriel Balon making way for those two. They're on the county bench tonight, along with Max Loria, backup keeper, Micah Sonnenberg, Mario Marana, Dimitri Pliakos, and Daniel Ayak. Expect to see more than a few of those guys appear in this game. It's hot, and there's only so long you can run full speed on this hot turf. It's about 90, and I'm sure it's close to 100 down there on the playing surface. Foul called, and referee not taking kindly to, I think that's Popovich, who took a couple of extra touches. But yes, as we've grown a little bit more accustomed to, expect a hydration break somewhere midway between both halves. So the referee just tries to keep the players safe out there. It's great to see fans back in the stadium here in Clawson. It's going to be a little trip up there on the far side and a free kick in a dangerous position for Kings Hammer. Plenty of great seats still available, though. Come down and join us. Again, it's a beautiful night to do anything you want, but what else could you want but watch some county soccer? Looking to defend this free kick into the box, free header off the bar, but I think it's offside, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. Still a nice header, though, to get that near the target, create some mayhem in the county box. Again, we didn't see a whole lot of that in the opening match. That 3-0 victory for County. As far as Kings Hammer, they come off a bit of a mixed bag of results. Their first game of the season, a 2-1 win. The game winner in the 91st minute there on a fantastic bicycle kick. That one scored by Carson Kendall. Rodrigo Robles had a beautiful assist on that play to get Kings Hammer that victory, but a little bit earlier this week, they blew a 2-0 lead against Kalamazoo FC, surrendering 4 straight, losing that one 4-2. So a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth after the initial victory. They come in with 1 win, 1 loss on the season. County, of course, with just the 1 win here in USL 2, Great Lakes Division. Here's Buka. Navigates his way past the defender. Shot just a bit high. We saw a lot of magic from Buka in that first game. He really did a fantastic job of getting on the ball, transitioning from midfield to the attacking side of the pitch for County. His skill in possession, his ability to take defenders on the dribble and then distribute once he gets them out of position. We've seen Mike Melorani capitalize on more than a couple of those instances. Kings Hammer able to settle the ball, but here's Hooks running onto it, passing back to Cotton. Melorani flicks, but Popovich hadn't started his run yet. Pretty good game so far. A couple of decent chances each way. More contact on Earhart. He draws a foul. Quickly taken by Kings Hammer. Controlled here on the near side by Burlew. Passed into Barlow. That's fun. Burlew to Barlow. Some nifty movement there by Kendall, able to find a pass. County doing a great job, though, staying in that defensive shell, really not letting those passing lanes open. And as I say that, here they are, Kings Hammer on the far side. Cuts back in, gets a cross in, but nobody in the area, and harmlessly out.
Oakland County FC would like to thank Ryan Lane Realtor, an agent who's committed to helping you buy or sell your home with the highest level of expertise in your local market. Visit RyanLaneRealtor.com.
15 minutes played here at Clawson Stadium in Clawson, Michigan. Still zeros on the scoreboard. We haven't had any real clear-cut chances. Melarani, the half chance, as Williams had some trouble with a back pass just a few minutes ago. But a nice job in recovery again to, on the dive, get something, anything on that, and stop Melarani from finding that empty net. Kings Hammer looking like they want to attack from wide positions and get crosses in to the middle. Haven't seen a whole lot of attacking bodies in the box once those crosses come in. Here's another one, defended awkwardly by County. And a little pop up to himself, and Barlow earns a corner. First corner for Kings Hammer. Let's see what they have drawn up here. Left footer to take the in-swinger. Here it comes. Cotton caught out, and that's a goal for Kings Hammer FC. I believe it was Melker Anselm on the back post. Just the biggest body in the area, rises above everyone else. And easy enough, heads it in. 1-0, Kings Hammer. So a little bit of work to do now for County as they surrender their first goal of the season. We get to see them play from behind for the first time. Of course, by about this time a couple of weeks ago, they were up a goal and up a man. Fort Wayne getting a straight red quite early on, really putting themselves behind the 8 ball there. Ball out of bounds, called by the linesman on that far side. Shannon to collect at the back end here for County. Sends one deep. Buka will chase, but really not much on there. Nice chest to control. I think that's Earhart. It is indeed. He sends a ball into Barlow, who's going to go down with some contact, but referee says no doing. Went down a little bit easy there, I think. Not a whole lot of effort to proceed and win the ball, just kind of fishing for a call at the edge of the box. County looking to settle it down a little bit here. Here's Buka. And hooks. Kings Hammer doing a nice job with the press here. Not allowing County to find those open passing lanes. Here's Popovich. Needs to work himself into this match. Hasn't had too many touches. Nice on-ball defense. That's Sala, actually. Pardon me. Barlow with some nifty feet to keep it in initially, but out of play. A Lots of headed balls here. Not just in this little spell of play, but just in general. Lots of play in the air. Lots of long balls. Not sloppy play, but just the ball bouncing around in the midfield. Not a whole lot of controlled possession, really.
Oakland County FC would like to thank Kickstart Toddler Soccer. They recognize that the development of an athlete started soon after toddlers can get on 2 feet and begin to move. For more information, visit kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Papakirikopoulos puts that one in. It bounces over Melarani's head. Here's Bobby Harris working hard to get on that one, and he does. He finds Buka with some space. Melarani making a run in the box. Buka with a step over. That's Hooks keeping it in. And the cross, a little bit too much on it. But that's more like it from County. Really good attack there, at least getting some guys forward, doing some things that they want to do. They haven't really gotten too much into their game so far, 20 minutes in. Kings Hammers come in here and really kind of slowed things down to their pace. Able to capitalize on their first corner of the evening. I believe that corner was taken by Barlow. Of course, we showed you Anselm heading it in for the opening tally. Here's Sala and Popovich, and Sala wasn't ready for the return pass. A little bit of miscommunication, and you can expect to see that as guys play with each other for the first time. Some great players out there, but the chemistry doesn't always come immediately. Baseball comes flying in here. We've got a game going on right behind us in the press box, and that one almost made the field. Hit one of our advertising boards for Zioli's Modern Italian, which we should mention. $1 select drafts on OCFC match days as we enter the hydration break. Perfect timing to remind you, $1 select drafts on match day at Zioli's in downtown Clawson. It's really a great place to go, even if there isn't a game, but on game days, it's an absolute must before heading over to Clawson Stadium here. Also like to thank Diversified Members Credit Union, title sponsor for OCFC for a number of years now. So again, just a bit of a break here for the players to get hydrated, and added bonus of head coach Vinny Vasilevsky being able to kind of break down what he's seeing going on here in the early going for his players. Try to regroup, get things back under control, try to tie it up before half.
Oakland County FC returns to action at Clawson City Park Stadium Wednesday, June 2nd at 7 p.m. to take on Kalamazoo FC.
A little bit of background on Cincinnati Kings Hammer. Two youth clubs, actually, that came together to form a senior team, and they're competing in just their second season as a senior club. Back in 2019, the first one. 2020, obviously, a wrinkle for everyone. Glad to see a club like that be able to survive that. The more the merrier in soccer, especially down here in the lower leagues. Players starting to come back out onto the pitch now. County players, just a couple last-minute adjustments here as Cotton and Salah do a couple of points back and forth. And I believe we left off with a goal kick for Cincinnati Kings Hammer. So Scott Williams will get us back underway. Sends his team up. Says, I can kick this farther than that. Let's see it. Bobby Harris gets a head on it. Out of play. Coming out of that break, really, again, looking for County to get back onto the ball. Start to possess more like we saw in their first game. Again, they were up a man, but even so, even in the early goings, they wanted to play with the ball. Here's an opportunity for Kings Hammer. It just goes begging. Not sure if that was an intentional dummy or not. But either way, not capitalized on. County back the other way. Here's Buka, and he's off. Yeah, Robles had that ball roll right across the top of the 18 to him, and looked like he kind of pulled out of the shot instead of really blasting that one. So, yes, we mentioned Melarani gets in close on Scott Williams. It's the second time they've had a close encounter here in this first half. You mentioned the fact that Kings Hammer, a combination of two youth clubs. That kind of explains their adventurous name. It's a sky ball here on the goal kick. Bobby Harris again puts a head on it. He's really playing big today. Papakiri Kopolis will put this one back into play. As soon as he gets the ball. It's a team effort. Quick throw in, Melarani. Here's Popovich. Here's Nico, ball in. Headed away. Robles tries to control, but Hooks is onto him. That pass intercepted. Earhart. Robles. Marcello Jones. There's a ball in behind. Wow. Again. A real chance for Luca Earhart. Not sure if he ran the ball in. It ends up finding Buka. Buka, unfortunately, again, just unable to get it over top of a diving Scott Williams. Here's a low-driven ball that's defended by the first defender. Salah's header will roll through to Williams. He rolls it back out to Anselm, the goal scorer this evening. Earhart. It's knocked away excellently by Tony Rizzo. They're looking to find Rizzo into the box, but that'll be a corner. Rizzo been quiet so far, but nice job there to nick it away from Earhart and get the attack started. The good things that we've seen from County offensively so far have come on the counterattack. You have to say it's been a bit of a struggle to break down Kings Hammer when they're set up in their defensive shell. Here's a corner whipped in. Williams gets a hand to it, knocks it out. Bobby Harris into that far corner. DJ Hooks is going to come take this throw in. We've seen him employ the long throw in a couple of times. Should see that again here. He's looking for Melarani, I'm sure. In that way. A little bit farther than it needed to be. Buka almost the recipient of another lucky bouncing ball to him. So we've seen flashes of vulnerability for Kings Hammer at the back. County so far unable to capitalize. Heady play there by Popovich, just shielding Barlow, not letting him get to it, winning a corner. Aierti got some of it, and he wanted a call. He thought it deflected off of Popovich before going out, but not so. Melarani heads it down, looking for Popovich. Said it once, say it again. There's been a lot of bouncing balls here today. Not the technically sound, clean game that we saw here on Mother's Day. We've seen a bit of that from Kings Hammer in the middle of this first half. After a few minutes after their goal, they really kind of settled things down, worked a 1-2 touch passing. But for the most part, it's been a lot of long balls, a lot of headers, a lot of throw-ins, a lot of possession traded back and forth in the midfield, as it is here. Melarani comes away with it. Shields turns. Good ball into Buka. Buka's going to get on the end of it. Slide tackle. Knocks it away from him. Here's Rizzo back to Papa Kirikopoulos. Insko. Now Hooks. Sala. Oof. Nice touch by Insko to keep that in his possession and not let it slip away. That would have been trouble. Good job to keep it in here. But throw will go to Kings Hammer, actually. Thought that had gone off their defender. Apparently not so. Shannon kind of flubs the first one, but nobody onto it, so he can see it back to Cotton. Just saw a good play there from Nash, Naboisha, Popovich. He knew he wasn't going to win that header. He just backed up and got in a position where he thought that second ball might end up. And we're seeing a lot of that here today. With all of these headed balls, it's not always the first one that counts, but the second, sometimes the third, that really matters. Switch of the balls. We saw a couple weeks ago a flat ball. Wonder that might be going on again here. Robles with some room to run. Gets it back. Here's Barlow now. Cutting in, sending a ball across. That'll find no one. I believe that's Marcello Jones. But you're really starting to see what Kings Hammer is looking to do. It's a pass up to Earhart. He holds it up for a second, dishes out to Robles or Jones or Barlow, and they're getting into wide areas, getting that service in. That ball tries to send Earhart, but he doesn't have the speed to get to it. County a little bit, again, jumbled in the back. Here's Buka. Brings it down. Nice step over, holds it up. Couple of stutter steps, cuts inside, lets the shot go, and Williams saves it. Down to his left. So that's 3 saves now from Williams, at least 3 on clear-cut chances. You have to say County looking the more threatening now. It's just a matter of getting the finishing touch, putting it into the back of the net. That ball goes out. Papakirikopoulos unable to keep it in. 40 minutes played. 1-0 to Kings Hammer. On a corner header scored by Melker Anselm. Here's Hooks. Tries one. It's a screamer that goes past. Looks like got a piece of somebody. So it'll be a corner. Let's see who will take this one. A couple of guys congregating around the ball. Rizzo's going to back off, and I think it's Sala to take. It's a deep service. Harris to put it back into the middle. Here's Shannon looking to get on the end of it. Popovich. Saw some green. Melarani. Here's Harris. Sala, and now Rizzo. The cross left something to be desired. Goal kick. But again, more control, more possession, more offensive chances for County here in the second half of the first half. And if it weren't for a couple of big saves from Scott Williams, could say this might be 2-1. It's just been an absolute battle with the midfielders there. Saw Aierti and Sala having a little bit of a laugh together as they collided. Barlow knocks it back to Insko. Has some trouble with it. Earhart looking to take advantage. Insko gets his body in the right position for Papakirikopoulos to clear. Melarani held, pulled down, no call. Wow. This shot nudged on, and Cotton collects, but gotta say, a lot of pulling of the jersey and just Mike Melarani in general. Referee says no. Deep punt from Cotton. Gets all the way to Williams. There again, a little bit of a, not panic, but just a split second of what are you doing? He's way out. Defenders are playing balls back to him. We almost saw that come back to bite them in the early goings here. Melarani for Buka, the two captains, co-captains. Buka draws a foul just outside the box. Sala's headed over. So the thing you like about County this season is, again, there's no shortage of offensive options for head coach Vinny Vasilevsky. You see Louis Sala taking the free kicks This week we saw Buka and Bobby Harris take a number of them last week. We know 2 weeks ago. Excuse me. We know DJ Hooks can take corners. And here's the service from Sala, defended away. Bobby Harris. Popovich. Another one up into the air. Harris. And then cleared away up to Earhart. He's going to take some space. Popovich tracking all the way back. Papakirikopoulos as well. Kind of a tag team on Earhart there. He doesn't like the call, but did take his feet out from under him. Another deep ball for Melarani. Buka. Cross in, headed away. Throw in for County. Looking to take it quick is Sala. He'll pass it off to Papakirikopoulos. Melarani off one hop, little flick, looking for Buka. Can't quite get there in time, and out for a corner. Another corner for County. This one's blasted way too deep. I've seen that on 2 or maybe even 3 occasions with corners on this near side. The service just coming in too deep into that far post. Not enough bodies for County to get anything productive from these corners so far. Just waiting on stoppage time now, nearing the end of this first half. Again, County trailing 1-0. Cotton will find Popovich, looking for Buka. Buka's going to get called for a foul, but interesting one there. I'm not sure he really did too much pulling, just kind of was propping up a guy who was falling down on his own, and when he moved, guy fell, foul called. Harmless, though. Cotton collects. Papakirikopoulos has been under some pressure from Barlow, from Earhart. Rizzo with a nifty bit of footwork to work his way out of things there. Here's the run deep, looking for him. Ball's going to bounce out. Go back the other way. Not sure the word on stoppage, but it can't be too much here. Pretty free-flowing first half. Hydration break factored in there. Maybe 2-3 minutes, I'd guess. And there it is. Halftime whistle. We'll go into the break with a score of 1-0 in favor of Cincinnati Kings Hammer. We're going to be back in about 15 minutes. We'll pick it up, break down the first half, give you a little preview of the second half, and get you ready for the second 45 and hopefully a comeback win for Oakland County FC. Stay tuned.
And during halftime, be sure to check out the Backyard Bistro Food Tent located next to the entrance.
Now just has the keeper, and he'll do just that!
Trying to get by. Lunging seven, it's retreating, find its way in.
The header, and this thing is tied at one apiece!
Stadium Wednesday, June 2nd at 7 p.m. to take on Kalamazoo FC.
Welcome back into Clausen Stadium, second half action here. Apologies for a little bit of a late start for us here, but we're up and running. Cotton goes down. No call. Interesting thing to watch. County will now be in the Sun field. Got a sub to tell you about, and he's going to make it easy for us to do so. Dimitri Pliakos into the game. You just saw him there. Number 5 jumping onto that ball. Pass was a little bit too much. Also got Daniel Ayak into the game. He's number 6. So 5 and 6 into the midfield for County. Here's Popovich. Buka's going to chase, but he'll come up short. So Pliakos and Ayak into the game. Looks like Bobby Harris and Luis Sala have checked out. Yes, indeed, Luis Sala. So a little bit of a switch up in the midfield here. We'll see what that can do for County. They trail 1-0 to Cincinnati Kings Hammer FC. That goal coming early on via a corner. It was Melker Anselm who headed it in from the Daniel Barlow service. After that, County really settled in, though, and you have to say in the latter stages of that first half, they threatened more than a couple of times to score. Cross in, just again unable to get the finishing touch on it. Here's Hooks. Hensman wasn't sure on that one. Long pause, and the call goes for Kings Hammer. Looks to be all the same 11 for Kings Hammer to start this second half. Again, it's a hot one here in Clawson, so expect more subs as this game winds down. Cotton sees that one wide. It was deflected. It'll be the first corner for Kings Hammer here in the second half. Looking for a little bit of a better performance than they had last week. Their last time out against Kalamazoo FC, blowing a 2-goal lead in the second half, going down 4-2. Low ball in. It's popped out. Buka tries to control, but it's Earhart. Gets a shot away, but it's blocked and calls for it to be called out, but Cotton corrals it before it goes over the line. Pliakos. Ball all the way across for Rizzo. Insko, Melarani not on the same page. There's Scott Williams with the ball in his hands. We saw him make a couple of big saves for Kings Hammer in the first half. A couple of saves he maybe shouldn't have had to make, but he did all the same. Melarani takes it down. Finds Buka. A lot of space in the middle there. Here's Popovich. Scorer of 2 goals on Mother's Day. Hooks with a cross. Way too high. Positive signs here in the early goings for County, though. 5 minutes in. They're much more on the ball, much more attack-minded. Again, just looking for that finishing touch, that golden opportunity to tie this game up. Big throw in is bounced on a couple of heads. Pliakos takes it. Hooks, long run. Here's the cross. Defended well by Krakowiak. Knocked away only as far as Papakirikopoulos. Step over. Looking for the corner. Gets it to Melarani. Searches for Buka. Calls for handball. No luck for County, and it's cleared away. The fans are convinced it was a handball. Hooks. Big throw in. Knocked out by Braden Allen. In a position now where Hooks can get that long throw into the box. it's not a weapon that a lot of teams have. It can be tough to defend, especially when you've got Mike Melarani taking up space in the middle. You can see him there drawing 2 defenders. Here's Popovich, little chip ball in. Just nobody at the top of the box there. Shannon. Melarani down for Buka. Buka tries to dig one out. And it just rolls harmlessly to Scott Williams. Next up for County, quick turnaround for them. Tuesday the 25th. They'll be down across the border in Toledo. Match up with Toledo Villa. And then just next weekend, just 8 days from tonight, Sunday the 30th, it's 3 o'clock at Fort Wayne. So a big week for County. A lot of league games in USL 2, Great Lakes Division. It's about time that things get real and you can start to separate yourselves in the standings. Here's Kings Hammer. First real attack that they've had here in the second half. That ball bounces into Cotton. Easy enough. I think that was Barlow cutting in. He's really looked the most dangerous player for Kings Hammer, of course, assisting on the corner, but also making a couple of runs in to open up the County defense. Melarani flicks one on, but nobody filling into his position as Buka made the run upfield. A little bit of trouble there. Hope he's all right, yeah. Brayden Allen slipped and fell. Catch some stick from the fans. Papakirikopoulos using that speed. Low driven ball is blocked. Corner for County. Buka's headed over to take this one. Makes sense. He's not necessarily an aerial threat. This one's put into the middle of the box. Headed just over by Ayak.
Oakland County FC would like to thank Ziola's Modern Italian, dollar beers and app specials all day long, every match day, the official clubhouse of OCFC.
Couple of subs sitting on the County bench that you'd expect to work their way into this game. Gabriel Bailon, Mario Marana, of course, the club's all-time leading scorer. And as we get nearer and nearer to the business end of things here, you'd expect head coach Vinny Vasilevsky to make one of those offensive substitutions and really go to get this tie. Nice move by Rizzo. Leaves his defender behind, but the pass for Buka, much too long. See, in my mind, that's the one rule about soccer I don't understand. If you can't pass it back to the keeper and he can pick it up with his hands, how's he allowed to dribble it around and then pick it up himself? I digress.
Everybody clap your hands.
Hooks with a long throw that'll find Melarani. He's had two hands all over him all evening, shoved in the back, no call. Everyone stopped because it seemed a no-brainer, but linesman right there, no call. Referee, not far away, no call. Shannon goes in. Might have been a little bit lucky there. Actually not sure that was a foul, but the one on Melarani certainly was. Shannon gets a little talking to, not a little calm down from the referee.
Lincoln of Troy, proud sponsor of Oakland County FC.
We've seen a couple of chances for County thus far in the about 11 minutes of this second half. We do want to mention the first half, relatively even. 5 shots each, 3 on goal each. Unfortunately for County, they unable to find the back of the net. Kings Hammer was. We're still 1-0. Nifty move there. And he's still on the ball. That's Ayak. Strong midfield run here. Still going, but called out. That's unfortunate. That was quite a play made.
Oakland County FC would also like to thank Touchling.
A little bit of a 1-2 with himself. Got past a couple of midfielders.
All athletes of all ages.
Just kept going.
Visit touchling.com.
Unable to be muscled off the ball, and just the sideline stopping him on that run, Ayak. So he's come in and made a bit of a difference for County. Chance off the corner that he headed over the top, and then that run there. Shannon knocks it back to Cotton. Cotton under a bit of pressure, boots it past midfield. Melarani doesn't get to it. Here's Ayak putting some pressure on. Braden Allen can't get to it in time. Looked like maybe a sub, but not in time, as the quick throw from Hooks delayed the sub, but only this long. So coming out, Alexander Krakowiak. Not a whole lot of action for him today, but he's run his race. We'll find out who this is coming in to spell him in just a minute, as soon as he turns around, so we can see his number. That's number 25. Matis Pavlich. Midfield for midfield. Bit of a freshening up of the legs.
Visiting substitution, Alexander Kubiak out. For number 25, Matisse Havlish.
So County needing a spark here, as we've got just a little bit over a half an hour remaining in this game. Kings Hammer not parking the bus by any means, but not done a whole lot to push the envelope in the attacking half. There's a quick kick taken. Braden Allen looking to get on the end of it. He does, but Hooks tracking back. And a little bit of a fracas there. Cotton with a shove, and that's going to be a red card. Almost certainly Eric Cotton will not see the end of this game. Hooks came in, made a play. Allen, I can't say that he really made a move to kick at DJ Hooks as he was on the ground, but Eric Cotton certainly saw something he did not like. Came in with a two-hand cross check on Allen. The referee's going to give out no cards, I guess. I didn't see any cards handed out. They might be discussing amongst themselves, because there's got to be some kind of disciplinary action. I would imagine it's got to be Cotton was the instigator there. And just waiting really to see the final verdict here. What color is it? It's like a yellow for interesting. Yellow for Cotton and a yellow for Luca Earhart, who I didn't think was involved with the play, but maybe came in afterwards after the initial shove from Cotton. I gotta say, when I saw it live, I thought Cotton was headed for the showers, but lucky for County, he stays in. We're still at 11s each side, and it'll, in the end, just be a corner here for Kings Hammer. But certainly puts a little bit of a jolt into this game. There's already a result to play for. Now some tempers flaring. You like it when it adds to the game, but you hate when it subtracts. And right now, this is a lengthy delay. Looks like we are ready to get back underway. County saying this should be a throw-in. The referee crew, the officiating crew, saying maybe it was a corner. There's another sub in the works, and it will be ruled a throw-in after some little bit of a meeting there amongst the referees. So, kind of to reset things here after a couple minutes of delay. It looks like it will be a throw-in for Kings Hammer. There's a sub happening right now. Try to see who that is that came off. Roberto Burlew, it looks like, has come off, and 15, Ryan Doherty, checks in. Defense for defense. Melarani again. 2 hands on his back, able to bring it down. Control, keep it in. Finds Hooks. Hooks with some space. Slide tackle. Comes in from Cameron Torito. And here we've got another sub for County. That'll be Nebojsa Popovic. Much quieter than his Mother's Day performance, but still an admirable job in attack. The new man in is that man, Rocco Galati. Big throw. He's in the mix here early, Galati.
Oakland County substitution. Nebojsa Popovic off for Rocco Galati.
There's Rizzo trying to work his way past the defender. Unable to really control that ball. Hefty challenge there from Galati. And another throw for Kings Hammer. We mentioned it a couple of times. This really has been a throw-in fest, a header fest, a lot of bouncing balls, a lot of scrappy play, especially now with some more and more fouls that are starting to rack up here. The physicality has increased. The tension has ratcheted up. And with 65 minutes expired, we're setting up for quite a finish here at Clausen Stadium. Kings Hammer 1, Oakland County 0. We've got Daniel Barlow getting ready to take this kick. Here it comes. In deep, knocked back, defended by County. There's Rizzo. Barlow heads it. Rizzo and Barlow fighting for it again. There's Ayak. It's a bad slide tackle on Galati. Barlow's going to get carded. Certainly earned that one. And as I mentioned, things are getting intense here. That's not a nice challenge. Obviously no intent to injure, but you got to know when you fly into a challenge like that, there is the risk of injuring your opponent. And unfortunately for Galati, he's down shortly after coming in. He is being stretched out. Kevin Buka playing athletic trainer here. I think he's going to be all right to continue. Referee calling for the hydration break here in the second half. Whew. Take a deep breath, because we are certainly in for a furious finish. It's going to be a couple of minutes here as the players head over to their benches, get rehydrated, get a couple of talking points from the coaches. Just thinking about what Vasilevsky might be saying in that huddle. Say, guys, gotta, again, get back on the ball. Get it into the feet of our best players. And if we're gonna go down swinging. Popovich has come off, but Milorani still remains. Sala has come off, but Pliakos has come in. Done a nice job in that midfield. Bobby Harris come off. Daniel Ayak come in and really wreak some havoc. And we mentioned just the last time out, Kings Hammer conceding 4 times in the second half to end up losing that game 4-2 to Kalamazoo. Just trying to put that bad juju out there for them. That bad mojo. Try to get it going for County here. It's the Zioli's Pizza Minute here at Clausen Stadium. Big shout out to our official pre-match bar. $1 select drafts on match day. Zioli's Modern Italian in downtown Clausen. Not only cheap beer on match day, some excellent pizza. I'm not one for egg on pizza, but I tried it. They've converted me. It's fantastic. Check it out. It's authentic Italian with a modern twist, a little bit of a flair. It's absolutely delicious. Zioli's Modern Italian. Shout out as well to Diversified Members Credit Union, title sponsor for OCFC 2021. We're back in action here at Clausen Stadium. 70 minutes have been played. Just the 1 goal in it so far. It's for Kings Hammer. Long range effort off a defender, and then I believe off of Earhart as well, on its way to Cotton. And a clearance just anywhere will do. Williams sets it up at the back. Carson Kendall, goal scorer of a tremendous bicycle kick winner in the 91st minute. Got to check it out if you haven't seen the highlights of that game. That game against Dayton for Kings Hammer, their first game of the 2021 campaign, first in USL 2, another new club here in the Great Lakes Division. We welcomed Fort Wayne FC just a couple of weeks ago for their first match. We've got Kings Hammer here for their third match. OCFC themselves, just the second match in USL 2. That one not far away from Rodrigo Robles' head. County maybe a little bit lucky. That's really been the trouble area for them this evening. It's been those crosses in from wide areas. Center backs at times looking for someone to match up with, and they're just not there. They're free in the box to get headers, but here Robles goes down, doesn't want to get up. There was some contact, but I think he might be playing it up a bit here. Cotton to get us going again. Papakirikopoulos. Probably shouldn't have done that. It was clearly headed out of bounds, but yeah, that gets you a yellow. It's an obvious handball. You don't leave much room for debate with a play like that. And again, just really didn't need to do that. His header finds Cotton, rolls it back out to Insco. Low driven ball all the way to Melarani, taken down nicely. Excellent touch to keep. He dribbles past a defender. Here's Ayak. Looking for Rizzo. Pass behind him. And again, players playing with each other for the first time here tonight. A couple of new guys in the lineup for County. It's just those repetitions, that chemistry between the guys, the things that the intangibles that you don't always see, don't always talk about, but you can feel them when you're out on the field. Just a little bit of, more reps will improve the passing. Substitution here for Kings Hammer. That looks like 25, Matisse Pavlich. We thought he came in earlier, but I'm thinking maybe that was Cameron Torito, 26, who came in just a few moments ago. Anyway, that's Earhart coming out for Pavlich, who is in the game after all. Kevin Buka putting the pressure on. Heavy touch there from Scott Williams. Wow. Seen that a number of times now. Just some loose play at the back end from the center backs and from the keeper, but Kings Hammer really getting away with it thus far. Here we go. As we mentioned, if you need a goal, you put in Mario Marana. Here he comes in for Tony Rizzo. OCFC all-time leading scorer now into the game, and County needs him. Trailing 1, 15 minutes to go. Ball in, Melarani over his head. Pliakos. Shuffle around. That must have hit Mario on its way out, because Kings Hammer is going to take this throw in. Another sub for Kings Hammer. Number 3 is coming in. That's Nathan Heath. And checking out, Braden Allen, number 11. Free kick quickly taken by County. Buka putting some pressure on Williams. You can see that high press being employed by County now. They know they need a goal to tie things up here. Try to salvage a point here at home. One more sub for Kings Hammer. Into the game, Samuel Robinson. Coming out, Daniel Barlow. Here's Hooks. Gets on the end of it, blasts one deep. Morana puts a head on it on the other end of the box. And the pass just not timed properly. And again, behind Papakirikopoulos. Seen that a few times now. County players just not on the same page. Whether it's the movement, whether it's the time of pass. The Kings Hammer has not made things easy here in the second half. We saw those couple of subs for County, bringing out Bobby Harris, bringing out Luis Sala. Here's Buka. Lots of green space. He'll take it. Shuffles it over to Hooks. Hooks clattered into. He's a tough kid. TJ Hooks got right back up, but he got knocked on that one. Lots of contact, lots of grabbing the jersey. Things are really fiery at this point. Rocco Galati in the middle of that one. Nearing 10 minutes to play. Another free kick and a good spot for County. We'll see who takes this. Papakirikopoulos and Buka standing over it. Here's the kick. It's bended in perfectly. Shuffled around. And offside. Couple of attacking players there at the far post for County. Ball bouncing around and nobody able to get that finishing touch again. Scott Williams is really struggling to get back to his feet. I think he might have gotten collided with. There was, again, a lot of bodies flying around in the box there. That might have been the best chance for County here in the second half. A lot of communication from the Kings Hammer defenders. You can tell they want to go home with 3 points. Robles turns on Buka. Knocked out by Pliakos. A little bit of a shove. I think that was Galati. Got away with it. Melarani. Had to be a hand. No call. Intentional or not, that was a handball. A couple of really big forwards in this game now. It's not often that Mike Melarani is not the biggest guy on the field, but Matthias Pavlich has got a couple of inches on him, I think. Here's Robles. Really calmed things down for Kings Hammer this evening. He's been excellent in the midfield. Ball in. Headed up, but no real threat from Samuel Robinson. Again, you're seeing it right there, though. Those balls in from wide areas, whipped in, generally to the back post. And there just hasn't been enough defensive bodies in the way for County here this evening. Things have come a little bit too easy for Kings Hammer at times. Midfield press forces the turnover here. Buka and Hooks both vying for it. Buka's going to end up with it. Cross into the box. Goes begging. Punched free by Williams. Buka with it again. Volleyed in. Pliakos unable to control. Hooks with a nice slide, but the call goes against him. It's frustrating. It seemed like he made a good play there. Scott Williams to take, and you got to imagine at this point Kings Hammer will be taking their time trying to see this game out. 84 minutes gone. County still down the 1 goal and in need of some magic. Aierti. Offside is Pavlich. Cotton's going to line it up. We know he's got a big boot on his right foot, so expect County to get a lot of bodies forward here. Low ball that, got to say, he probably didn't mean to do that, but all's well that ends well. County comes away with it. It's Hooks. Cuts back in, looking for the cross. There it is. But defended. Shoulder to shoulder, and again. Ball bouncing. It's going to go to Kings Hammer.
Stay up to date with all things OCFC. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Jalen Shannon. Again, got his feet taken out from under him. Insko back to Cotton. Cotton chips it over Hook's head, but Buka just out of play.
After the final whistle tonight, players will be signing autographs along the fence and across the field after the game.
It's just lacking a little bit of creativity. That's right, Rob Kerr, absolutely. Our super statistician, PA announcer, club writer, the do-everything man. Could not run this broadcast without him. Always like to get Rob's name in here. I like to shout everybody out. It's my voice that comes over the game, but there's a lot of people working behind the scenes that make it happen. Kings Hammer really looking to take the sting out of this game. Just a few minutes left now. Another corner. Lacking the creativity, lacking the clinical touches in the attacking third. Just unable to find the back of the net. They've had a couple of chances, County have, that you'd think they normally would have buried, but not tonight. One more substitution for Kings Hammer. Marcello Jones find his way to the bench, and Braden McNitt now in. Buka with a little flick clear and a blast behind. That actually is a throw-in. Wow. That went out just in front of the corner flag. County's actually going to have to throw this one in from deep in their own half. About 2 minutes left to play here at Clausen Stadium. I'm Mitch Gatsky. Thanks very much for joining us here tonight. It's been a good game. Maybe not the result we're looking for if you're a County fan. Certainly not the result you're looking for, but you got to say, this has been a well-played game. Had a little bit of everything. Some chippiness. Got a goal, some good defending. A couple of scary moments at both ends. Keepers have made some saves. Defenders have stood tall. Here's Ayak. Knocked out. He gets the call. That one pinballed around, and now the official's going to change the call. It will now go to Kings Hammer. Probably the right call. It seemed as though it ricocheted off of Ayak. Throws coming back. Really not sure what that was about, but back underway. Here's Robles. He's going to take it to the corner. The veteran presence, he knows what to do to try to kill this game. And he wins a throw-in. That's an excellent job trying to kill this game off. As we have reached the 90-minute mark. Just stoppage remaining. County really up against it here. The word from the fourth official is we'll get 6 minutes of stoppage time. So bit of good news. There's still time. But County's going to need a spark here. First, they're going to need the ball. Kings Hammer really in the last 10 minutes been all over. Robles. Still Robles. Blocked by Insko. Might have saved a goal. And McNitt went down. Lost his feet. Lost his footing, and goal kick. Cotton. Melarani just contesting. Making it tough. Ball intended for Buka is going to drift out. You can hear the Elmwood Elite chiming in, trying to bring the boys up a level, find this game-tying goal.
Oakland County FC returns to action in Clawson City Park Wednesday, June 2nd at 7 p.m.
Pliakos, crafty turn. Hooks, one touch. Insko. Insko is not afraid to go for a 50-50 ball. We've seen it a number of times this evening. He's just flying in. Not in a harmful way. Just not timid whatsoever. You love to see that, especially from a center back. Cotton nabs that one just ahead of Samuel Robinson. Isco steps up to make that play. Here's Ayak, dragged down. Going to be a yellow. Crowd letting the ref letting him hear it for that one. Trying to see who the number was on that card. Believe maybe McNitt. Either way, here's Cotton. Crunch time for County. Robles. Even when it doesn't go his way, Kings Hammer ends up with the ball. That just kind of illustrates the night that Robles has had. Hooks. Call goes against County. Fans are really getting fed up. Unhappy with the result, with some of the calls here in the second half, but you got to hand it to Kings Hammer. They've muddied up the waters and done what they need to do to protect their one-goal lead. Got to be just down to a couple of minutes now. That goal from Anselm still stands as the game winner. That one rolls out. Cotton's going to quickly take it, as County knows they're really up against it here. One more push, one more shout from the fans, no call. Ayak putting some pressure on. We've seen that a lot today, too. Both keepers just really having to boot it away as they're getting closed in on. Buka lifts it to Ayak. Turned over, though. Shannon gets tripped up. That'll be a free kick that Cotton will take over to Insko. Peppered in. Hooks goes flying and crashes to the turf. He's slow to get up. Let's hope he's all right. That was a nasty fall he took. He's tough, though, man. He's right back up. Throw in for County. Referee wants it taken further into the corner where it went out. Being very adamant about that. That's where we're going to throw the ball in. And that must have been for dissent. Something that he said. And that's actually the second for Papakirikopoulos. Second yellow. And that'll be a red card, and he will not finish this game. County down to 10 men. Just a few seconds left. And, of course, down 1-0. Things getting more bleak. There's the final whistle. Or not. I really couldn't tell you what's happening here. This throw-in has been taken 3 times. The referee has not liked any of them. Hooks is going to take a long throw, and this will probably be the last knockings of the game. It's in the middle. Bounced out by Kings Hammer. Cotton with a chest. He's going to hoof it back into the middle. County down to a prayer now. Ayak fighting, but it's out of play. There's the final whistle. Cincinnati Kings Hammer FC is going to leave Clausen Stadium with 3 points via a 1-0 victory. Melker Anselm's goal early on in the first half carries them the distance. Really, again, just that crispness in attack lacking for County. Unable to find a goal here today. Couple of offsides calls, couple of big saves from Scott Williams, the keeper, on the other side. Melarani denied, Buka denied. A header from Daniel Ayak going over the bar. But really, you have to tip your cap to Kings Hammer. They had a game plan. They got the first goal, and they shepherded it to that 1-0 victory. That's going to do it for us. Thanks very much for watching Oakland County Football Club. A reminder, catch the men in purple this coming week on Tuesday at 7 in Toledo, on Sunday at 3 in Fort Wayne. Until we see you again here at Clausen Stadium next time, I'm Mitch Gatsky, signing off, thanking you for listening. Take care.
Now just has the keeper, and he'll do just that!